How you guys doing today? I wanted to talk about this is my new channel. Hi, I'm Chandler. I A little info about me before we get started in this first video and the first topic of this video. I live in California. Yes, I am in a blue state, but I do live in a more red area, and I am uh, a Democrat, and so that my I think I'm still registered as a Republican, but I am a Democrat in all my voting practices and things like that. And yeah, I've been very vocal about my disdain for the Republican Party as of late. But this first topic is a pure example of why. Um, what's really frustrating with the Trump administration right now is that there is so much shit going on every hour, every day with this administration. New scandals, new corruption, just constantly. That you can't get to everything. And I think that's part of the reason why I want to do this channel is because there's so much shit I'm not seeing enough people talk about that people need to be aware of. So let's start with this first one. I understand why people aren't talking about this right now because a lot of the media focus right now is very much focused on uh, the Trump administration's war plan scandal, which I don't really have anything new to say about, so I'm not really going to talk about just because it's all been said, it's all out there. It's a fucking mess, disaster, and everyone involved should resign, but it ain't going to happen, so here we are. But this is the one story I want to talk about. The Republican Party is now holding hearings to get rid of PBS. Now, if you don't know, PBS and is an organization that does receive a lot of its funding from the government. Not a whole lot, actually. A lot of it comes from um, small dollar donors in these areas. Mostly because I think eventually PBS realized, we did rely on federal funding, but I think they realized over time, hey, we can't rely on federal funding forever because these people are going to go after us, especially since we do promote news and politics and things like that and whatever the federal agenda is. I think this situation's scary for a few reasons. Um, First of all, let's be real, parents do a bad job at educating their kids. And so PBS provides a lot of educational programming. They are part of the reason that Sesame Street is still around. HBO actually dropped its license with Sesame Street, Warner Brothers. And a lot of parents who don't have money to send their kids to preschool put on PBS because it's free and you can watch it very easily. And so for decades, this is an educational tool. And all this stuff. And the main reason Republicans are going after it is because it's dictator type stuff that Trump wants. See, this is a template for what they're going to do next. Because here's the reality: they can shut this down and take away all their federal funding. They can do that legally. And I say legally because eventually they will try to this motion passes, which I don't know if it will. It's kind of 50-50 with this one. Live public emotions don't tend to pass, but this one's 50-50. But they're going to send this out there, and if PBS, uh, tries to countersue because they are a news organization, even though they also function in educational programming as well, they have certain rights. But the reality is, because it's federally funded, unlike most news organizations, whatever the federal agenda is takes precedent, and so they may actually succeed in this disgusting display. So think about it. These people are so angry at fucking Elmo and Big Bird and Arthur the fucking Aardvark because they don't promote the Republican agenda and they only report Democratic agendas. Which isn't true, by the way, in the sense that, I mean, yeah, Sesame Street's always been more progressive over the decades. Um, so has Arthur. I mean, there's been controversies from Republicans about this kind of these shows. Like, for example, Arthur had a gay wedding. Republicans hate gay people. They want them gone. Enough said. Sesame Street has had a lot of black characters and black storylines about racism and had Obama on and taught about COVID vaccines and stuff. And they hate black people and they hate Obama. So. And some of you all, as Republicans, might watch this video and just disagree with what I just said, that they hate black people. But, I mean, just because you vote Republican doesn't mean you hate black people, but your party does. Like, you have to wake up to that fact at this point. But I think reality right now is this situation is so scary because Trump has openly threatened news organizations to get rid of their rights, remove them from the airwaves. And if that happens with PBS, they're going to try for the next one. And they may not succeed with that one. But they're going to try. And they're going to try. And they're going to try further fomenting distrust in the media. And believe me, you should have distrust in the media. But the problem is people are putting the distrust in the wrong places. My dad the other day openly told me, I trust Trump more than I trust any Democrat. And he was literally repeating something he said. And you're just like, so this is the problem. You shouldn't trust Trump, right? You should trust well-accredited, well-searched journalists. It's not about trusting Democrats or Republicans. It's about trusting highly credited journalists with sources who are reporting accurate information. But because Republicans have done so much to destroy that in this country, it's made this whole situation ugly. And so now we're getting rid of PBS, the fucking network that aired Mr. Rogers. And you're just going, what are we doing? So I think this is something everybody should very much be afraid of and very much be concerned of what's going to happen next with this situation, because we might be getting rid of an educational tool and a news organization just because some clowns in fucking Congress think that this is okay. Now, I am starting to feel the more this goes on, this hearing, it's probably not going to pass because Democrats have actually done a great job at exposing their stupidity and how little actual federal funding goes into PBS. And I do think enough Republicans, while arguing for this, are going to stand with the educational tool. But considering they're able to just do whatever they want now, I don't know. And I think you all should just be as concerned as I am. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.